Hello and welcome to another episode of Transcontinental Overload. I'm Stephanie, your host, and I have a very special treat for you today. I hope you're hungry, and I hope you like cake. And I also hope you like romantic love stories, because today we have all of that. I promise you that by the end of this episode, you'll be running to your pantry and look for your pots and pans and mixing bowls. Or you'll be picking up the phone, calling today's guest, ordering a cake. That is if you're in or around Austin, Texas. My guest today is Claudia, a professional pastry chef and culinary expert originally from Austria, who now lives in Austin with her American husband and her baby son. She's the founder of Alpine Delights, where she brings a taste of her home to the US. Claudia offers live online baking classes, pre-recorded cooking and baking lessons, and a selection of authentic Austrian baked goods available to order locally in Austin. Before we talk about her business, though, there is an amazing love story to listen to, and I would strongly recommend that you go and grab your popcorn now. Or maybe your cake, if you have any. And yeah, well, actually, I'm not going to give you any more spoilers. Let's get right to it and listen to Claudia's story. Okay, welcome to Transcontinental Overload. Claudia, this is it's wonderful to have you here. I always love to speak to people who are in places that mean a lot to me. So why don't you tell us where you are and where you're from, and we'll take it from there.
Hi, I'm Claudia. Thanks for having me today. I'm really excited to be here with you. I live now in Austin. I'm original from Austria. We just moved last August, so I'm not even a year here.
Wow, yep.
Not long.
9 months.
Yeah, so my husband is American, and that's the reason actually why I'm here, and he lives in Austin since 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. So how have you found it? I mean, I'm just looking at the weather the last few days, and I guess that was quite something to get used to, huh? The thunderstorms.
My God, yeah. So it's super hot. Right now we have like 35 or so Celsius, which is, yeah, it's just hot. So in the morning we have already 23, 25. So you're doing your morning walks only in the morning. I'm glad we have a community pool. So I'm going with my son to the community pool for half an hour in the shade, and that is it.
Yeah.
The summer is here.
I remember it well. I have to say, I do not miss the summers. I have a dog, and I remember in the like June, July, August, I would have to walk him at like 7 a.m. no later than that, because the tarmac would be too hot for his paws, and just kind of you get out of breath, and it's a crazy inverted kind of lifestyle where you spend the summer indoors, as opposed to Europe, where you kind of try to be outside.
Normally you see the sun and you want to go out, but here it's like, oh no, again, no, please. Why?
It's so crazy, isn't it? How we're programmed to be like that. And the minute the sun comes out, and when you're in Europe, everyone is like, get outside, and the kids, like parents are like, kids, you need to get outside, get away from from the screens. You have to be outside. And then in the hot places, it's exactly the opposite.
You really avoid it. No, it's still weird. I mean, last night we have a big thunderstorm here. So I mean, probably you remember it's super loud and the really heavy rain, but it's still hot. I mean,
and then the humidity goes up because it's just the humidity in the air. I know, but the thunderstorms, I was really surprised in Austin, because I'm from southern Germany, and like you're from Austria, so we are used to pretty big thunderstorms in the Alps, and I thought I'd seen it all and heard it all, but Austin
No.
was on a whole other level.
Oh my God, my first one was middle of the night. Like, I mean, the lightning is like 10 lightings in a second or so. It's just bright. And the
Yeah.
rain is really heavy, heavy rain, as you said. Yeah. So we thought we are used to like really big storms, but no,
Yeah.
Texas is different.
Yeah, but everything is bigger in Texas, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's it's not just something they say, it's fact.
Even the
It's
storms.
really, it's so true. It's so true. So yeah, so you said your husband is American and has lived in Austin for a while, but how did you two meet, and what made you decide to get married and move to the US, and why didn't he move to Austria? And let's go back to let's go back to
To the
a few
beginning.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met my husband on Instagram, which is, yeah, it's a bit
Wow.
weird.
Wow. That's I've not had any guest on here who could say that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, so we both did the same sport, kind of sport. It's called high rocks.
Okay.
And he had a coach from England,
Hmm.
and I followed his coach. And then she posted something, and so I saw his profile, and I clicked on it and added him, and I liked some pictures. It was really just because of sport. There's nothing else in my mind at this point.
And was this kind of like COVID times where, because I mean, so many people started working out with
No,
online
it was
coaches and
before.
stuff. And
That was
okay,
before COVID.
okay,
Uh, so I mean, the whole high stuff was before, but we met. Uh, yeah, we met actually during COVID. It was the end of COVID. That is right.
hmm
So he
hmm
had an online coach,
yeah.
and at this point, the sport was not that famous, not like now. So this is why he had an England coach,
This is so funny
and
because I have English friends who are very heavily into high rocks, and I was like, when
really
I first saw
cool.
that, I'm like, oh, I had no idea what it was, and I mean, we're not going to go into that now, and I'll put a link in the show notes so people can who don't know what it is, but it's kind of it's not CrossFit, but it's kind of a
Yeah,
yeah, so it's kind of in that direction, right? Kind of on like
exactly. Yes.
generally, but yes, it's funny. That's I learned about it through English friends on and kind of following
Yeah,
them
it's
and
big
seeing what they were
there.
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really big.
interesting.
So yeah, so first he texted me, you are Austrian. Why are you texting me or why you add me? I was like, that is weird. I mean, I just added you because of Haro, so I thought we can just chat about sport as I do also with other people on Instagram. And so we started to text really just about Hyrox and sport in general. And yeah, it was really nice. And then we started also to speak about more personal stuff to see, okay, what is about the person behind the sport. And we realized, oh, okay, this is interesting.
There's
It's
something there.
yeah, something else. It's not just
Yeah.
sport here.
So was it at first, was it just kind of messaging, or did
Yeah.
you then
Yeah, first it was just messaging, but then we started really fast to do video calls to see is
Mhm.
there really a real person behind it or not. I mean, nowadays it's not so easy
Yeah.
to know.
But this is the crazy thing, is it? But we're so used to communicating online now, and this is, I mean, COVID and that whole period definitely sped that process up. So it becomes very normal
Yeah,
to interact online, but you
that's true.
still have that. Yeah, you just don't really know, do you?
No, no.
Mm.
So we started with the video calls, and yeah, so there was a real person. It was a really nice person, also good-looking person. And so we started really to talk a lot of our personal stuff as well, and family backgrounds, business, of course, as well. So really everything. And we just had a lot of comment. Yeah. And so we started to do video calls every night at
Hmm.
7 p.m. Austrian time, which was his lunch break. And at the beginning, I didn't tell anyone. I mean, it sounds so weird. Oh, I met someone on Instagram. I mean, oh, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's that
I can
sounds,
imagine.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I didn't told my mom or anyone.
Hmm.
And so we had video call every night, and we texted a lot. And the plan was that he will visit me in Austria in June, for there was a big rock festival. And once
So
again, so we started.
how long had you
That was
been?
6 months. That was actually a waiting time for 6 months. And I think 2 months or so after we started with the video calls, he texted me, I booked a flight. I was like, what?
Ooh, wow.
Without asking me when? So he booked a flight for April. Okay, so it's getting real here. And so I had to tell my mom that, yeah, a strange man will come to Austria to meet me and to stay in my house.
So were you living with your mom or
no, but she lived in the same town. And
so it's not something you could have kept a secret.
No. And I have a dog too.
Yeah.
So we did walks every day together. And so she realized something is wrong here, because around 7 she had to go out. Mom, you have to leave. I have to do something. So she knew something is going on. And so I told her.
Moms can tell.
Oh yeah. So I told her, Mom, I met the guy online on Instagram, and he's American, and he will visit me in Austria. And she was like, okay, I knew something is going on. I mean, I know you, Claudia, and if you think this is a good person to meet, or this is maybe the right one for you, then you have to do it.
Good.
And
good
so
mom.
she supported me.
Yeah.
And there was another part I had to also to tell at work, because I need to take off. And my boss was like, why do you need off here at this time? I was like, yeah, well, I met the guy on Instagram and he will visit me. And so, yeah, I had a
what was it you did at the time, or where were you employed?
At this point, I worked for a Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
I had just an office job. So I had to tell my boss, but also my boss was like, wow, okay, that's interesting. But also at work, all my friends, then of course I told also my friends then, and everyone just supported me. No one ever asked me, are you crazy? Do you know what you're doing? No one. So also Nick got the support from his friends and from his family. He told his mom as well, also before he was flying out. I got his mom's number. So I texted also with Nick's mom before I ever met him. Yeah, it was April. So Nick came to Austria. And yeah, I mean, it was done really. It was super fast. I saw him.
How was that? Just take us there for a moment.
I was so nervous.
Picking him up. I mean, this is like a crazy situation, because it's even because I know, I mean, you can feel close to people online and you can get to know them really well, I think, because you talk about stuff that you maybe don't even talk about with people that you meet in like real life situation. But at the same time, you have never like touched that person or just
been at a level.
What was that like? I mean, I would have I can't even imagine.
So nervous. I was really, really, really nervous. As I said, so it worked really well. We talked every day. So we had every topic. Normally, you're not talking that much with a person before you're dating this person. I think also, or we both think, Nick and I, that in the first year or whatever, you never talk so much with the other one like we did.
No.
I mean, that was the only thing that we had.
Yeah. So you have to
about
kind of
the different culture and everything.
Yeah.
So we explained all the holidays to each other and the backgrounds, and that was really interesting for both of us.
Yeah. Had he been to Europe before, or was
yes.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Never in Austria, but he was in Europe. Yeah. Spain and Germany.
Yeah. So open-minded anyway.
Exactly.
And interested, like you said. But yeah, that's an interesting point. I really think that that's like you said, it's all you had, so you kind of had to get to know each other. But then you still kind of have that. I mean, I'm sure you had that kind of thought, what if I'm not attracted to him? Because at the end of the day, you still have to have the physical connection.
Yes, that's true. So, yeah, I was really nervous when I picked him up at the airport. I was like, okay, is he really here or not? You never know.
Yeah.
Still not. And he was there. He was at the airport, and this beautiful smile, and the American perfect teeth and smile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was blown.
Oh
uh,
God, that sounds amazing. Yeah. And so it must have been the same for him then.
yeah, so we drove home. On the way home, it was a bit weird. I didn't know what to talk about,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it was just so nice to have him here in person and not just
Hmm.
on a video. And yeah,
And
it was
show him your life and your surroundings
exactly,
and your
yes,
friends and everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
my dog and my
Because
house and
this is like this the other thing because there's so much of all that plays into making a new connection with someone that they become part of your life and your friends get to meet them. But if it's online, then they don't have any of
yeah.
that really. So wow. Yeah.
But everything worked out really well. It was the same feeling
Hmm.
as on the videos. It was great, really. It was the
Yeah.
same connection. We found each other so physical, attractive. So it really worked out. And yeah, so a few hours later, he met my mom already for the first time. That's also interesting. I mean, my mom
Yeah.
is not speaking good English, and at this
Hmm.
point, Nick was not able to speak German. So yeah, I always had to translate. I mean, right now I'm still translate for both, but my mom is trying to learn English, and
Mm.
then
Yeah.
Nick is learning German.
Yeah. That's
So
amazing.
yeah,
So what then? I mean, because it's like at that point you hadn't made any plans, right? Other than him coming to see you and then what? Because this was, let's just put it time wise. This was how many years ago?
that's
Two?
now 20. I think we met 2021 in
Okay.
December first time. So that was 2022,
Okay. So 3 years.
April. Yeah. Yeah. So we started just to fly. So I was the first time in Austin, I think in June. No, he came back then Nick came back in June again for the rock festival as
Hmm.
we have planned before. And it was great as well. So we had a lot of fun. Um, Maybe also interested is at the after the first visit, I came back at work and my work colleague Anita, she's also a close friend of mine. She asked me, she looked at me and she was like, he's the right one, right? And I was like, yeah,
Oh wow.
it's the right one. So I knew it after the first visit,
Yeah.
really.
Oh, I'm
And so
getting
yeah.
goosebumps. I love it.
So yeah, he came back in June for the rock festival for 2 weeks or so, and I was then in Austin the first time, I think in August. We had perfect
Whoa,
weather.
that's brave.
Oh yeah.
That's brave on his part to get you over at that time of
Oh my
year.
God. I didn't know at this point. It was hard. It was tough, but still. So I felt in love with Austin too. I didn't know anything before about Austin. I mean, I was for a few years a flight attendant when I
Hmm.
was a bit younger, and I was really often. So America was my main base. I was
Okay.
for 6 time in New York in a month. So I was used to America. Yeah,
Yeah. But
but still
Texas is
not
another.
Texas. I was
It's
not in
yeah. That's
Texas. I
it's like
was
New York,
different.
and that's a tiny glimpse into
Yeah,
the big American soul. Yeah.
but it was much beautiful than I thought it would be. Much greener.
Yeah.
And I really love here the old big trees, and it's
Oh
really
my God.
beautiful and
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. The trees. I so fell in love with the trees there. Those oak trees, they're special.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I love
Really
when they just
beautiful.
kind of almost they grow horizontally.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my first impression of Austin, and also at this point we spoke the first time about, okay, what are we doing
Hmm.
for the future, and so we kind of fly to each other every 2 or 3 months. That's really expensive. It's hard with our jobs. I mean, Nick was able to work in Austria as well, so he told his boss about the situation, and his boss said, "Yeah, sure, you can also work in Austria,
Oh,
but we
that's
have
amazing because
all." Yeah,
that's not necessarily
I hadn't. No, for me,
uh,
it was not possible to work from here,
yeah.
which made it really hard. At the same time, we have the rules with the 90 days. You can only spend 90 days in 180
Yes.
days,
Hmm.
which makes it really hard.
And if you do it for several times in a row, then they will start asking questions, right?
Yeah,
So this
exactly. It
is,
makes it just
and I mean,
difficult.
we're not we're talking. This is like 3 years ago, all this, but it's even crazier now and even harder
I
to
bet.
do
I
this
bet.
now. And I'm
Yes.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So then, yeah. So how did it progress? I mean, you must have just been like, well, we're doing this now, but this is not
Mhm.
sustainable.
Yeah,
We have to make a
exactly. Yeah.
decision.
Yeah. And so at this point, we spoke the first time about this. And then we said, okay, I mean, the easiest solution would be if I move to America because of the language and Nick's job. I mean, he would not be able to find a job like
Hmm.
that in Austria.
Or
And
it's
yeah, that was,
building a network. And I mean, I don't know what industry is in, but it's like building a network in Europe when you've never worked
yeah, that's hard.
with European clients or anything. That's massive. But then at the same time, it is for you because you
It's
knew
also
if you
hard for
did
me.
this, you'd
Yes.
have to give up your job and you'd have to find something
Yeah.
new. And yes,
Yeah, you have.
the language is there,
Yeah.
but
But still, you give
that's
up your life actually.
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah,
of course, I'm still in contact with my friends and everyone. I'm right now, I'm flying every 2 to 3 months to visit my mom's because now we have a little son as well.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's just really difficult.
Hmm.
But still, at this point, we said, yeah, it's the easiest way
Hmm.
if I move. And so, yeah, this was the point. And a few months later, in December, he visited me then again. And at the airport, he asked me if I want to marry him.
At the
And
airport.
at the airport, he
Oh
walked
my
out, and
God.
he always had this signs like "Hi Claudia" and
Yeah.
whatever with
Oh.
pictures and stuff. So yeah, we were. It was funny. So he walked
Mm.
out with the picture. It was the mountains, the Alps, and everything. What's this? What is he doing? And then he asked me if I want to marry her. Yes. In
Oh,
my head, it felt like minutes, but of course it wasn't. I was like, oh
yeah,
my, what's going on here? And but he said, yeah, he just wanted to have it done in
yeah,
a positive way. He wanted
yeah,
to plan everything. I mean, we don't have so much time together to figure
yeah,
everything out and to celebrate and to enjoy this time.
yeah,
So that was his reason. And yeah, I mean, we told them, I think the day after. So all my friends and of course my mom and my family and everyone
yeah.
was just super happy.
Yeah,
And
they
we
probably
planned,
were not surprised. They were probably like, well, when are they going to do this? Because it's
yeah,
obvious. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So we planned the wedding then for April the 6th, which was exactly a year after the first event.
I love it. Oh wow. And then so you're like, okay, this is my life is going to be in America, at least
Yes.
for the foreseeable future. And we want to be together. So it makes sense that we tackle this. And then
Yeah. So we had a small mountain wedding in Salzburg at the Alps. His
oh,
mom was
beautiful.
was in Austria and a few of his friends, and it was really a small wedding, just 16 persons, which was really nice. It was a winter wedding, snow. It was so beautiful. It really worked out. It was great.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Amazing.
yeah.
And
And
then
then we started with the visa process, which takes
yeah.
forever.
So you basically the green card
Yes,
through marriage, right? And
exactly.
it's so how does it work? I mean I roughly know that you have to so you can enter the country and then you have to apply for that
No, we
green
did not
card.
like that way. So you have two options here, but we
Hmm.
choose. So we got married in Austria,
Hmm.
which was just because it's easier. Otherwise, if we get married in America, I have to stay here, but I cannot work. I cannot fly out. I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
This is why we choose this way. And we said, okay, we have then around maybe 9 to 15 months, whatever.
But is that also the
everything out.
time that you can't then enter the US in that time?
I was able to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that makes sense.
But
yeah,
we had a lawyer for all these things, which made
Perfect.
it a bit easier. So I had all the documents with me. I had the proof that I still live in Austria. I still have my work. So my boss always wrote me a letter and signed it and everything. So
Okay.
yeah.
So it's legit, so that the US know it's all legitimate and you're not getting married because of the green card.
Yeah,
but it's actually real.
And that you're flying back.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you always have to have your return ticket. And yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it worked out. We had never a problem. Then half a year later, we decided, okay, let's start a family. And the plan was that I will get the baby in America, but the green card process took so long, way longer than we thought it would be.
Oh, so you got pregnant.
I got pregnant
pretty soon after.
Exactly.
You decided to. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't. This is the thing. You can't plan these things perfectly because the green card process, like you said, can take.
I mean,
right now I think it takes even longer, and it can be. Some people
9
get
months to 15 or whatever. Depends. It really depends. You cannot do anything here, and you never know. I was stuck in Austria at this point. I was not in America again after I got pregnant, because we saved also the days from holiday and everything. So Nick visited me during the pregnancy only twice in Austria.
Oh my goodness!
It was hard.
I mean, you have your mom there, so that's good, and your friends, and you're at least you're in your familiar environment.
Yeah, but still, it's hard when you're pregnant the first time and your husband is not with you and cannot go with you to all the doctor's appointments.
And also for him to just not be there and to not experience all this.
Exactly. But I tried really to share everything also with my mother-in-law. I was really close to her. So I always, with new ultrasounds or whatever, I made videos of the ultrasounds. I sent them every picture. I sent pictures of my bump every week. And so they were able to join the journey, but still, it's not the same, as you said.
And then wait, so were you hoping that the green card would come and then you would still be able to travel maybe and then still have the baby in Austin?
That was the plan, but it didn't work out. And and then I was not able to fly out anymore because I was already really, really pregnant. But we were able to move a bit forward with the green card process, the lawyer, and also my doctor. My doctor wrote a letter for the embassy, so I got the appointment in a bit earlier. So I was there 8 months pregnant at the embassy to prove our marriage is correct. Like, hello, look at my bump.
Wow. Yeah. How was that? How did it feel to be at the embassy? And was your husband with you at that point, or was he? No. Okay.
Oh. 2 of my friends were with me. They waited for me in the hotel next to the embassy.
Because that can be quite intimidating, can't it? I mean, the people at the embassy are usually very. I mean, if you're lucky, you have someone who's really friendly, but they can be very kind of. Let's get down to business, and there's no time for jokes or anything like that.
Proof, and show me all. So I had everything with me. I was really good prepared because of our lawyer, and I also started. I started with collecting all the pictures together. And when we visit Nick's mom, we made pictures together, and so. I made a book with all the pictures and
proving
there was the timelines and everything in it. So I just gave them my 2 pictures of the first 2 years. And so, although the flight tickets, you have to document really everything. You need to have a lot of proofs with you.
Yeah, it's
But
a
yeah,
big,
it
it's
worked
a big,
out.
big process, and yeah,
Oh, yeah.
um,
But it worked out. The person was really nice, and I had,
good.
as I said, a lot of me, and I got approved. And yeah, so it was, I think, 2 weeks after my appointment at the embassy, my water broke 4 weeks too early, in the middle of the night. Nick was in Austin, of course. So I called him, and Nick, my water broke. I was like, are you sure?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I am sure, or otherwise I keep myself. Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, we tried to change his flight, but all flights were gone. It was
Oh
too late.
God.
And then he said, I can't be there on Monday morning. It
Okay.
was Saturday
What?
night.
Yeah. So
Oh
basically,
my
try
God.
and hold the baby in until Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
Yeah,
luck
that
with
was the
that.
plan.
Oh.
So I drove then in the morning. I called the hospital, of course, and I drove then in the morning to the hospital. My mom and my aunt were with me at this
Mm.
point, but yeah, I said they can go home. I mean, it is what it is. I have to wait here first, and yeah, that's all I can do right now. And hoping
Mm-hmm.
that Nick will be here in time. But
And what did they? I mean, did they give you any idea of how long it was going to take? Because I mean, once your water breaks, it's active labor is going to start
yeah,
pretty.
normally, yes,
Yeah.
but it didn't. It didn't. I
Oh.
got no contractions,
Uh-huh.
and my doctor wanted to do a C-section. I said, no, I want to wait for my
Mm-hmm.
husband. He said, are you sure? Because I cannot do it. Then I'm off on Monday. I said,
Oh, so
uh,
it's just not just the US where it's like that, where everything has to be
uh,
scheduled. Oh, this is
no.
interesting to hear.
But I
Mm.
said, no, I will wait. And
As
so
long as the baby's okay, why not?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
we checked every few hours the baby and
Mm.
everything. Then later we had to induce the labor because it was so late. But also these, we did it in a slower pace. So I was texting with Nick the whole night, I mean, that was Sunday then at this point. We texting, and also when he was at the plane, we keep texting. I texted him the pictures of the contractions and everything.
I can just imagine him like getting on
Oh
the
my
plane, going
God.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, my baby is being born right now, and I
Oh
need
my
to get
God. Yes.
there." And
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It was hard for him. He
he
was
must have
stressed
gone
out.
through hell. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God. Yeah. And I think he told everyone
yeah.
about the
I could
situation.
just imagine that. I feel like you want to put a thing out saying, "Did you remember this guy on that flight from
Mm-hmm.
from Austin who?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
people will remember.
Yes. Yes. So my mom picked him up then at the airport. We know, okay, it looks good. It looks all right.
So baby's still
Claudia is
not
still
born.
waiting. Baby is still in my bump.
Oh wow.
And so he took a taxi also here, like in a movie. He told the taxi driver, my wife is getting the baby. Please drive as fast as possible. Yeah, everyone was waiting at the hospital for him. And yeah, so he came and the baby was still on my bump. It worked out.
Oh my God. So he was there for the
He
birth.
was there, yeah. We waited another, I don't know, almost 10 hours again.
So
And then
you must
I
have
had an
been
emergency C-section then.
okay. But yeah, I mean, you must have
But
been so exhausted. I can't
oh
even
my God.
imagine being in
Yeah.
labor, being by yourself, and then dealing with all that while at the same
Mm-hmm.
time
Mm-hmm.
trying to get the logistics right and kind of
Yeah. So
managing.
I slept the last time on
Oh,
Friday to
yeah,
Saturday, because
yeah,
Saturday I slept 2 hours and then my water broke. And that was it.
yeah. Oh, wow.
So yeah, but he was there. That was good. That was really, really good. I mean, it would be horrible if he would miss this.
It's such an amazing
Mm-hmm.
experience. I can, yeah, that well, that's the stars aligned. I like it. I like
Yeah.
but it sounds like a movie. It honestly does. That
Yeah.
would make a
Yeah.
good scene.
Also, when I think about it, it's like a movie. Yeah.
It
It
is.
doesn't
It's a whole
sound
thing.
real.
I love it. It's so great. Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, we stayed in Austria for the first 8 weeks with the
Hmm.
baby at my mom's house, and then we flew out together to Austin because the baby is a dual citizen.
Yeah. And you had your green card, so nothing
Mm-hmm.
was Wow. But then moving to Austin with a brand new baby in the August heat,
Oh yeah.
that's wow, that's something. But at least you had been there before at that time, so you kind of
Yeah,
knew.
but I never saw the house before because we bought the new house
Oh,
in April. So
oh,
so that was also new. I didn't know the neighborhood. I didn't know
oh,
anything
wow.
here.
Yeah. So
Everything was new.
you just had to trust your husband to do
I
that,
mean, I saw
all
the
of that.
house on
And
video calls and
yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
of course, we did
I'm
also the house visiting through video calls. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah. And it's, I mean, you can do all these things now, but it's not the same. And I can empathize because I hadn't seen this house, the house we live in now, as on other than on video, and it's still, you just kind of, it's all different
Yeah,
in your
it's different.
imagination. And so
Yes.
wow. But then I mean, you're so busy as a new mum,
Hmm.
just dealing with baby, it almost doesn't matter where you are, right? It's
That
just
is true.
your life, your routines are the same.
Yeah.
So you're new mum, newly
Hmm.
married in a foreign country with no job.
Yeah. Yes.
And then, I mean, this is me trying to make a neat transition into into your business. Um, but yeah,
So
what kind
yeah,
of,
I
because I mean, you must have thought about it in a way beforehand. Is what am I going to do when I'm in the
yes,
US, baby or not? But just kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I want to
of
work. So
course.
what were your thoughts on that, and how
Yeah,
did all that
when
happen?
we first talked about okay, that I will move to America, we also spoke about what will I do for business, and I
Yeah,
always said I don't want to have a regular job here. I really don't want this. I'm not used to it. We are really spoiled in Austria with the vacation time, sick
yeah,
time,
yes,
maternity leave,
yeah.
and so on and so on and so
And you
on.
had a good position with the Chamber of
Yeah,
Commerce that kind of
yes,
it's
it's a really, really good work to
and a comparable
place
position
to
in the
work.
US is not, that's very different, the whole setup.
Hmm.
And I mean, people have listened to this podcast and we talk about it, and generally we all know the US is terrible when it comes to benefits, and
Yes,
yeah, and all that. So, and
I
it's
cannot
just so
imagine.
for a new family, and childcare is horrendously expensive.
Hmm.
And you hear these horror stories about people going back to work after four
Few
weeks
weeks.
and you just kind of like, how do you even physically do that? And
Yes,
but people do because they have to.
they have to. Yeah,
So then,
that's that's a
so you were
big
thinking,
difference.
so no general kind of 9 to 5
No,
office job,
no.
but
So we talked about okay, what will I do here? And I said I want to create here my own business.
mhm.
I'm a pastry chef and I'm a chef as well, and I was a restaurant manager. And yeah, so my normal life was always in the tourism, and the
Okay.
Chamber of Commerce was just the last years
Hmm.
because when I was around 30, I said, I don't want to work 70 hours
In a
for
kitchen.
someone else. Yeah, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I changed. And it was never because I was sick of doing this work.
Hmm.
Never. It's just, no, I don't want to work 70 hours for someone else.
Yeah.
But I said, yeah, if I move and when I move, then I will start my own business here. And so I created here also my own business. And I mean, of course, I cannot spend a lot of time for my business because of our son.
Yeah.
He's 10, almost 10 months. So yeah. Oh, he almost 11 months. Sorry, he's almost 11. He's turning 1 in July 1st.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's gonna be so special. But then, I mean, you're in the mindset is great because I think this is one of the advantages as well of being in the US. If you have a good idea for a business,
Yeah.
it's possible to get that off the
Yeah,
ground pretty quickly.
exactly. It's really way easier.
And so being your own boss then also makes it, you can keep it small to begin with and then scale it and make it bigger as your child gets older, and you can kind of work around it. So yeah, tell us about your
Yeah,
business.
that was exactly in my mind when I started with it. So my business name is Alpine Delights. I created it to sell online classes, baking and cooking classes, live and recorded ones. And on
Hmm.
the other side, I also sell cakes. Of course, Austrian traditional cakes, which I really
Wonderful.
love to do, like Sacher cake or Apfelstrudel,
Yeah.
Kuchenhof, and whatever, like birthday. But I also sell like regular birthday cakes, wedding cakes, all in this niche.
That's wonderful. So
Yeah,
basically your old passion
exactly.
from what you were also trained in is coming in, and
Exactly.
you
Yes.
can do it in a way that suits you. So that's like,
Yeah, exactly. So I do what I really love to do.
yeah.
I can choose how much time I want to spend or how much time I can spend.
Yeah.
It's more this. Yeah, it works really well. I have to say I can record my classes. I can do my live classes
Hmm.
on the weekend or when my baby is sleeping. So that works. Or early in the mornings. I'm a really early morning person. I stand up at 4:20 every morning to do sport and then to work a bit. Yeah, so and also the baking, it works well. My husband supports me in every way here as well. He helped me to start to create the business with all the things in the background. And it's way easier here to create to start a business than in Austria. Yes.
Yeah. And it must be nice for your husband to kind of, I mean, I'm guessing he gets to taste all the,
Oh yeah.
all the experiments.
We're eating a lot of desserts
He's
here.
the, but
I'm
then, I
glad
mean,
we're
this is,
just doing sport.
I love it because also like Austrian cuisine and like, especially I want to say the baked goods
Mhm.
are so famous and everyone knows it and people are so interested in all this. So I imagine, I mean, when I moved to Austin in 2016, I didn't feel it was that international at that point, but it has changed so
Yeah.
dramatically over the last few years, and now is attracting so many international companies. And so I imagine your clients will be very appreciative of what you have to offer.
Yeah, that's right.
It's almost also like that opening up to more international places and things is something that's people take great pride in it to
Mhm.
call themselves also very international and open-minded.
Yeah.
And so
And a
plus
lot.
there's a German speaking community, and
Mhm.
I mean Texas very, because there's so many places that sound German, right? And in and around Austin as well,
That's true.
which I've noticed because yeah, it has a big traditional of immigrants from,
Yeah,
you know, that
yeah.
like
So a lot of people
Germany,
have,
Austria, Czech
yeah,
Republic. And
exactly.
so it's nice to bring your that
Heritage
flavor
back.
into it. Yes, absolutely. I love
Yeah.
it.
So and this is a point, and the other point is my desserts are not so sweet like the American desserts
Yeah.
here. They are not heavy and
Yeah.
yeah, sweet. So whenever people are trying my desserts, you're like, wow, okay, this is something different. This is they all love it, and
Hmm.
yeah, and then the order that's
It's
good
that's great.
for
Yes.
their
And it's
birthdays
just
or
it's
whatever.
such a good point because I mean every country has their own kind of take on how much sugar they put in things,
Hmm.
and just a different kind of traditions. But I've always found that I cannot eat desserts in
Yeah,
this country. It's just like I can't I really struggle. It's just too much for me. So this the quality of the I want to taste the ingredients and the
hmm,
fruit that's in it. And I
yes,
so a lot of the times you see these amazing cakes and pastries that look amazing. They're huge and they're, you know, they're and
yeah,
they
they're
don't taste
huge.
of anything. And this
Yeah,
is a it's so disappointing often.
that is true.
Yeah, that's amazing to have that on the doorstep. What a
Yeah,
treat for the
yeah, you have
Austinites.
to move back to Austin.
I will. Well, I'm definitely gonna check in next time I'm there,
Yeah,
and meet you because yeah, for sure. And well, I'm posting
yeah,
this and
please
I'll
let me
tell everyone
know.
to go and find you. But what's so when you do your so you bake basically to
Hmm.
bake to order, and people
Hmm. Exactly, yes.
can order an apple strudel or something. And I mean,
Apple
oh
yeah,
my God,
or
people are crazy about those. And then when you do your So you're saying you're doing recorded classes, and
Yeah.
so people can just sign up for a course on your website?
Exactly, yeah. So I right now I offer different courses like I have the Apple class and the
Mhm.
recorded one for people who think, okay, I can do this. I know what's about and have a bit of experience, but I
Mhm.
show really every step by step. I have two camera angles, so you see one's really just the product and my hands,
Mhm.
and the other camera shows me when I explain and when I do it. So yeah. I think this
And
is a good way to see and to learn. And on the other side, I have, of course, I have also a goulash class, goulash with Spätzle.
oh, fantastic.
We love goulash here. It's so good.
Well, I would say that's probably quite nice because you get good meat in Austin.
That is right. Good beef. Oh my.
It's like even I don't really eat that much beef, but in Austin, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then the other side, I also offer some live classes, like
Mhm.
the apple strudel or the Sacher cake. I'm doing also live classes, so bake with me together at the same time.
So do you do that from home, or do you go to
Yeah,
people's houses or companies, or what does that look
I'm
like?
doing this from home. So
Uh-huh.
I bought like different cameras, and my husband always says it looks like a movie studio here.
Yeah, well, why not?
But I mean, you have to do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it looks good.
And then how many people do you usually get in your classes?
Five, not more
Mhm.
than five. Yeah. Otherwise, it's getting too busy, and
Yeah,
I want to make sure that everyone gets the attention that he needs.
yeah.
And I'm looking what they are doing in their camera, and so I can give advice, which
Mhm.
is really, really important here.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so great. I already know people who might be interested in
That sounds great.
that. Absolutely. Because and Austin is such a foodie place.
Hmm.
People are there's always new restaurants opening and very a wide range of cuisine as well, I find. And so I imagine
Yeah.
you'll always be busy.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're in the right place. Wow. That sounds really, really cool. And I mean, obviously I will link all the things in the show notes so people can find you and know how to sign up. And
Hmm.
are you gonna do a book, do you think? Maybe at some point?
Maybe, I mean, all the story about me and why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes, as we said before, it sounds like a movie. So yeah, maybe one day I will find the time whenever my son is a bit older. But
Yeah. That's just, I just
yeah,
I'm
maybe.
already kind of seeing this like a book with your story and then recipes kind of in it.
Yeah.
And
Have
sounds
you read
exciting.
the book from scratch? Something like that. It's a
Yes.
beautiful story.
Well, actually, I didn't read the book. I watched the Netflix series based on it with Zoe Saldana. I loved it. It was great, but I actually really want to read the book. There's some amazing memoirs. There's this.
Mhm.
It's called My Berlin Kitchen. This American Italian woman in Berlin, Louisa Weiss, who's also she's written about growing up in a different country to her parents, and then spending some time there. But she's always brought it back to kind of
Mhm.
cooking and recipes, and I love how that connection is there.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me to one of the questions I always ask my guests, because a lot of the time when people get homesick, they
Hmm.
will cook. They will help themselves cure their homesickness by cooking something. And
Yeah.
is that the same for you, or do you feel
Yes,
like you're
it's
making this all the
exactly the
time
same.
anyway?
It's exactly. I no, it's really exactly the same. Yeah. So when I'm homesick, then a bit more. For me, it's mostly the apple strudel. I really like apple strudel, with
So is it like
ice
your
cream,
husband comes
vanilla
home and he
ice.
finds you baking apple strudel and he'll be like, uh-oh.
Again, apple strudel, Claudia.
Oh, there's not enough apple strudel in the world, I think. Because you
Yeah,
can't have too much of it. It's
yeah.
the best. I love it. I absolutely love it. So what would you say, just going back to a few kind of
Hmm.
little general questions. So you've been in the US for almost a year. Yeah.
Almost.
And what would you say right now, just kind of spontaneously, what's your favorite thing about the US and living there?
that the people are way friendlier than in Austria. I'm sorry, Austrians, but it's true. Uh, I never realized this before, but now I'm flying alone with a baby sometimes,
Hmm.
which is really it's hard, to be honest. And the Americans always offer help, and yeah, it's a big difference. In Austria, they're turning around, pretend I haven't seen you. So yeah,
It's such a
that's
cliche, but it just
it's
happens again
true.
and again. And yeah, it obviously can happen to you as well, that there's an American who will just ignore
Of
you and a
course,
friendly Austrian. This exists, but on the
yes.
whole, yeah, it's
They are way friendlier, no matter where at the supermarket
Mhm.
or when you're driving, no one honks here.
No.
In Austria, like when you're driving in
Oh
Vienna, oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh, it's not done in
Yeah.
Texas. You do not unless it's a real there's a real reason.
Yes.
But it's
Otherwise, no, they're
yeah.
way more chilled.
This is so funny because
Uh,
even up here they honk a lot. A
oh,
lot. It's the driving up here is so aggressive, and I'm coming from
oh.
Texas. I was so scared the first few
Mm,
months of like driving because it's just like, oh my God, everyone just kind of pushes in and
oh
honks,
God.
and it's yeah, it's that's a very
Hmm.
different
That's a
story.
big difference. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, the people are way more friendlier
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
more polite.
And what would you say you haven't got used to, or you think like this is crazy? I don't like this at all.
Um, I mean, I'm in Austin, I'm in Texas, so we have
Okay.
scorpions, we have big
Oh.
spiders. Uh, so yeah, I'm not used to this. Really, that is my biggest thing here. I'm okay with the scorpions, to be honest. I don't know why. I prefer scorpions than the spiders. But for example, yesterday we had two posts in my neighborhood group with
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
spiders, the tarantul,
Oh, tarantulas.
that they saw the
Mhm.
spider
Yeah,
just when they walk, and
yeah. And they're big. They're
really,
big.
I don't
Yeah.
want this. 10
And the
centimeters.
snakes. Have you come across?
And of course the snakes.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a snake yet.
I didn't see that many either, but the few I saw, some of them were really dangerous ones. Yeah, you have to watch it in outside play, like kids playing outside.
But without shoes. I
And
always
oh
see
yeah,
the
yeah, it
kids
can't be
without
without shoes.
shoes.
Hmm.
That was one of the things that my husband told me.
Yeah.
Always wear shoes
Yes.
also. So
Yeah.
I'm wearing shoes.
Yeah. And they say even on a little walk, it's like
Hmm.
don't wear sandals. You should wear closed shoes. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what? I want to wear my flip flops. And it's like,
yeah,
no, we shouldn't.
better not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is one of the biggest things here for me. Yeah, the spiders. Oh God. But on the other side, it's as we said before, it's so easy to start your business and to was ist verwirklichen noch einmal?
To make your dreams come true, to
Yeah,
kind of
exactly. Yeah.
put things into action and you
Hmm.
say, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm
Yeah,
doing it, kind of
exactly. So yeah,
thing.
it is
Yeah.
way easier here to put
Yeah.
your dreams true.
And people are very generally very positive when you have an idea and you want to do
Hmm.
something. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I still find the people's positivity is
that is correct.
is
Yeah,
bigger in this country. Even
yeah,
now, even in the current climate, people are still very um, just like, oh yeah, we'll get back to it. It'll be good again. And it's a
yeah.
general
The mindset
attitude. Their
is different
mindset is
here.
just very
Yeah.
much like, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, true.
But it's also a bit strange for me. I'm doing my driving license right now. I have to do it again
Oh
because they don't
no,
accept the Austrian one here.
they do the German. That's
I
oh my God,
know.
I'm so sorry because I had to do the whole thing because we moved to California and I had to do everything as well.
Really?
And then I learned later on that Texas doesn't do that. So with my German license, I would have been able to
Yes.
but we so I'm it's such a pain, isn't it? That stupid driving
Yes, that's
test.
true. Yeah. And it's really complicated because I we picked a small company for this, make it a
Yeah.
bit easier. Hundreds, thousands of appointments.
It's a pain, but at the same time it's still much easier and much less expensive than it is in Europe.
Yeah,
so
that is correct.
It's, you just have to, it's one of those things where you're just like, I
Mm.
really don't want to do this, but I just have to do it
I
to
have
get
to.
done with it. And
I waited so long, but really, I have to do
yeah,
it
you
right
have to,
now. You can't be
I'm driving distances are
with my
so great.
car
And
and everything, but yeah, I have to do it.
mm-hmm. Oh, I know. It's, like legally, I think you're supposed to be doing it
Yeah,
within.
it's like a gray zone. Actually, you have just, I think you have 30 days or so.
Well, maybe you should always have a spare Apfelstrudel in your car to, there'll be a cop with a German grandma or something, and
Oh,
he'll be like,
yeah,
no.
maybe I got lucky.
I hope no one listens to this and says, ooh. But but you'll get there. This is just one of those hardships that you have to do. What do you miss? What would you say you miss the most from Austria, other than say your friends and family, of course, because that is, I think that's something you never get used to in your when you live in another country so far away, different time zones. You never get used to missing friends and family. But anything Austrian?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the other thing is the cosmetic products were way cheaper in Austria or in Europe in general than here.
Yeah.
So I'm always bringing a lot of cosmetic products to the US. That's horrible. I mean, just the shower gel costs $14 or so. But
yeah, if you want, yeah, because you don't want to buy the really cheap stuff.
No,
because
your
it's
regular, normal things.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm also bringing like the books for our son in German over. It's also hard to get it here, so I buy it in Austria and bring it over because, I mean, of course, I teach in German.
There's also the German school, so they might be willing to. Maybe they have some resources.
Yeah.
So but yeah,
these are my things that I miss. Because the food I can make by myself also here.
That's handy. Yeah. Well, Claudia, it's been really nice having you here and talking to you about all these things, and Texas and cakes and cultural differences. One very last question, and this is a new one I'm trying out. Are you learning anything at the moment? And what are you learning and why?
Yeah, I'm learning and for my driving license right now. So I learn here all the different rules. I mean, it's just really, I get it. It's important to know the rules when you are driving. And yeah, some rules are really different. So this is right now my number one, what I'm doing.
As we said, it's just something
fancy.
You have to do. But I always feel like it gives you a lot of confidence. Being able to drive in another country is a big thing.
Yes.
So yeah, the big Texan roads.
Yeah, but that makes it really easier.
Yeah, it does. But I think coming from Europe, and then all of a sudden you're in this place where there's like 5-6 lanes, and that's really something to get used to. And no one drives. It's like not like in. I guess in Austria it's the same, where you know exactly which lane you can drive fast and slow, and those rules don't apply. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for chatting, and have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Great, thank you. What a story. I literally went and baked a cake right after my recording with Claudia. My mouth was watering so much by the end. And sometimes, just like she said, baking and cooking something that reminds you of home is what's needed. I will definitely check out her classes because, well, if you've ever had any Austrian cooking or baked goods, you know there's nothing better than that. Thank you again, Claudia, for sharing your story, and I wish you all the best for your business and, of course, your new life in Austin. Oh, and as a special treat for you, my listeners, Claudia is offering a discount. So if you're thinking of booking a class with her, drop her a note and tell her you found her through this podcast. and then you can book at a reduced rate. And please don't forget to post pictures of your creations and tag me as well. I've just been networking a little bit in my online expat community, and I have a few more people lined up to be guests on this podcast, but I'm always looking for more. So if you're interested or know anyone who's interested in sharing your expat story, or if you want to record a destination special, present your city or country or island, please get in touch. I'm always happy to hear from you and always happy to set something up. Working on the podcast is always a welcome break from working on my book, I guess. For those of you who are new on here, I have just spent the last couple of years writing a memoir about my years in the US, and I'm in the final stages now, just a few more edits to come, and then I'm going to let you know when and where you can pre-order it. There's still quite a lot to do, but I'm pretty confident it'll be available sometime after the summer. Oh my God, I can't believe it is finally happening. And that is it for today. I wish you all a great summer. I hope you get a break here and there. Stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you next time.